Es una experiencia de vida muy particular porque uno desde niño tiene un contacto directo con la naturaleza. Lo primero que mira son los pájaros, los animales, el sol, el verde de la selva, la transparencia o turbulencia de las aguas. Eso te hace forjar un carácter, una forma de ser, una forma de comprender de que la naturaleza es tan grande, tan beneficiosa, tan cariñosa y tan dadivosa, porque te da cosas que te enmarcan, que te traen recuerdos permanentes, pero que a la vez también te trae un compromiso de saber cuidar la selva.
My first impressions of Amazon when I came down here last year with Pacha was exactly what one of my friends told me. She said that when I get there, it's just going to be overwhelming, and she was 100% right. The nature, the animals, the heat, the bugs, how hard it is to be out here, the rawness of it, it's really just all-encompassing.
My first impressions of being down in the Bolivian jungle is that it is expansive and huge. It's lush and green, absolutely wild. It's full of life. You think it's quiet, but if you take a minute to listen, the whole entire jungle is singing to you.
Living in the Amazon, I feel like it's an adventure. Every day is going to be an adventure, and you will never know what is going to happen. So you have to be like very passionate for the jungle one, and then very open with what can happen.
First time I came down to the Amazon, and I had never experienced something that was so kind of real, like untamed wilderness, super vast, super dense, like really humid, really hot, and just kind of knowing that like if our plane crashed while we were flying over it, we might be in serious trouble. But at the same time, it's a very beautiful place. It can be dangerous, but it's also like an amazing, amazing source of life and love and energy and strength.
Yo creo que la Amazonía es algo bien, dijo, para vivir, que nos gusta estar acá porque es una vida tranquila, sin contaminaciones ni nada. Nos gusta acá estar, la verdad, porque allá en la ciudad casi no mucho. Acá es muy bonito estar, todo es tranquilo. La vida, hay trabajo, todo es bien y nos gusta acá estar, todos acá. Sí.
You know, you can really feel the energy in the air. You can feel the sacred lands, the mother. You feel at one with everything here. It feels like everything here is in harmony. And I think it's a good example of how we should be living.
I was so grateful to come down here and experience that. Coming back down here this time, kind of knowing what I had to get myself into, it's been really nice to experience it again and appreciate it, not really be so jarred from that first experience.
Creo yo que esa parte de mi vida ha sido muy importante y me ha marcado, porque me ha enseñado a comprender el valor de la naturaleza. Pero no solamente comprender, sino a entender que hay que cuidarla, que hay que protegerla.
Our Pacha initiative is our environmental nonprofit that helps combat climate change issues.
They're working all over the world to help give back and make an actual change in the lives of communities and countries that are less fortunate here in the Amazon, and putting feet on the ground and actually making a change.
Our first project was here in the Bolivian Amazon at the Aquapana Reserve. When we first came down here, there wasn't anything here. It was just an empty lot. We had many local workers here. They came and they designed, they built.
And we had the opportunity to volunteer, help out some, the local guys working on it. And man, I gotta tell you, I've done hard work my whole entire life. When I came down here and saw how these guys were working in 100+ degree heat, humidity, no real modern tools to use, like really using whatever they had and getting the job done, and being able to kind of sweat with them a little bit and hit some shovels to the ground. It was beautiful to see. But I also have like a whole new respect for what they're doing here. Again, this is being built by the locals. It's helping the local area, and it's really beautiful to see.
Well, basically we finished the construction on the station 2023. There's really not much more to do from a physical infrastructure standpoint. We have everything in place. I think the place really turned out quality. It's going to be an awesome infrastructure to be able to attract people of a high quality. Now we're looking to move into the next phase, which is the furnishing and getting all the equipment that's necessary.
This year, now that the physical infrastructure is built, we are furnishing it. We are equipping it with lab equipment. We've been acquiring the wood for desks and for chairs and getting it from local sources in Rivero.
And when we have to, go get furniture here, it's not necessarily an easy task. There's not a Raymore and Flanagan's down the block. We have to, go pick the lumber, have carpenters build it, make sure it's like the right specifications. It's going to fit where we need it. So it's really like bare bones. It's so cool to see to really create something from essentially nothing.
We've gotten camera traps that we'll be putting out in the reserve. We've gotten microscopes.
We have a weather station. We have a high-end microscope that's electronic that can allow us to take photos and then load them onto our computers. We have 2 high-end GPS tracking systems.
So much different stuff, projectors, all the things that they're going to need in order to do the proper research.
So all of this is going to be used so that researchers can utilize everything that they have at their disposal to really study the reserve.
There's a lot more that we're interested in acquiring, but we're starting to amass a little stockpile.
La iniciativa y el proyecto que están apoyando ustedes tiene mucha significación más allá de la cuantía. Tiene sentido, tiene connotaciones. Esa estación de investigaciones nos va a ayudar en primer lugar para poder saber cuánto y qué es lo que existe de la riqueza biológica del área de Aquicuana. Nuestra tarea es saber cuántas especies de pájaros, de anfibios, de las diferentes especies de plantas y flora podamos saber. A partir de ello, esa estación va a servir como un monitoreo, dar seguimiento a las diferentes variedades, las riquezas biológicas, con un fin claro, conservarlo, protegerlo, pero a la vez aprovecharlo con fines científicos y con fines turísticos.
I think with the money that's been raised, the funds that's been raised this year, so we're going to move on to one. I think it's not 100% decided, but it looks like we're going to move towards solar, get solar installed and be able to run the research station based off solar energy. And we're also looking to construct a dorm style to be able to host the researchers and the educators that are going to come through.
We also need a space for the people that is coming.
So I think the type of researchers that we're going to get are the type of researchers that we've already had come through for a little bit. The only difference is being able to host them for a longer period of time and to be able to put together all the information in sort of one general report. And then the ultimate goal is to use that report to solicit the government, increase the size and scope of the reserve. So far we've had people come through and do research on bugs such as butterflies, we've had fish. The thing that we've had the most success with so far in terms of our research have been birds, identifying, I think we're up to about 480 bird species within the reserve.
Jungle is beautiful, we have everything, but I can say it's not easy. Lots of bugs, the heat.
There's a lot of problems, just like once you're down here, Bolivia is tough to get supplies. Things are always changing with our contacts on the ground, what we can get, what we can do.
Since Kai Pacha's last visit, I think we were really still in the stages of kind of framing and putting it together. I think we were kind of loading some really just kind of completing some of the touches on the research station. It's a slow-moving process. We're in a remote area, so materials can be scarce. The sky's the limit in terms of what we can research here. We're going to provide the support that people need. You know, there's certain things that we might be more interested in, and that would maybe help us during the selection process, and things that we've identified as being more of a need. Right now, it's a pretty open game. You know, we're just trying to collect as much information as we can, bring people, support them in their research, and then be able to spin that information and make it work for us.
Que la gente venga y sepa el valor de la presencia de los animales en todo lo que significa un ecosistema, un equilibrio entre la humanidad y la naturaleza. Entonces, tiene una connotación muy importante, no solamente para Ribera Alta, sino para toda la Amazonía, y por qué no decir que puede servir como un modelo, una muestra de lo que se puede hacer para proteger a nuestra Amazonía, proteger nuestra naturaleza, pero a la vez también dándole un uso y generando algún beneficio para las comunidades, que son las que conviven con el área protegida y son las que cuidan la naturaleza.
What hope do you have for the future of the Amazon?
My hope for the future of the Amazon, that's a tough one because I am an optimist. I do believe in like the good of human beings, but I also recognize the realism of the world that we live in, what civilization has done to us, what these huge machines of industry and corporations, what they're doing to exploit people and what they're doing to exploit the land for profit. And I think at the end of the day, it's more profitable to destroy the Amazon than it is to save it. But I don't really see us having another choice but to continue to do good in this world and to continue to fight the good fight and to continue to try and make a difference.
It's a little bit of a race against time, you know. How long we have, I don't know. Do we have 5 years? Do we have 20 years? I'm not exactly sure.
You know, it's no secret that the world's in a really tough spot right now, across the board. You know, people are suffering from starvation, not having enough water to drink, not being able to find jobs, feed their family, and then on top of that, the environmental disasters that's going on with the ravaging of the Amazon, other nature reserves, you know, oil drilling in the middle of indigenous tribes' lands is ruining people's lives.
Has been a lot of changes. Most of it, they're, I can say, good and bad, but some of them are putting the jungle in danger. I can see like communities giving away trees for not much money, and like that destroying the nature. And the work that we're doing helps to stop this. Most of the medicine in this world comes from the jungle. We give a lot of air to the planet, and so we need to start protecting it.
Kai Pacha is really fortunate to have so many donors that believe in the project and really directly are involved by giving and staying on pace with what's happening.
The donors are important. They're essential to Kai Pacha initiative. That's the whole reason why we're down here, how we can get here, how we built this research station, how we're furnishing the research station, and how ultimately we will combat climate change.
This doesn't happen without the donors. You know, we're not down here, we can't do this, and being able to see people's true heart through giving, even though they can't come down here, it's, you know, it's beautiful. You know, we're down here because of that, and we're super thankful for them.
Yo para mi futuro más adelante, yo quisiera darle lo mejor a mi hijo, ¿no? Siempre me procuro a trabajar, busco siempre trabajito, y aquí le agradezco a usted por el trabajo que nos da a cada uno de nosotros, porque la verdad es de gran ayuda, porque nadie sabe la situación de cada uno que pasa. Y yo le agradezco bastante a don Erik porque él nos da trabajo, la verdad. Siempre buscamos de todos lados, ¿no? Porque uno quiere lo mejor para su hijo, darle una buena alimentación, comprarle los juguetes, enseñarle. Y yo la verdad muy contenta y agradecida, pero doy gracias a Dios por cada cosa que nos da.
I think it's a really pure mission. I'm honored to be a part of it, and you know, to actually do something with my life that matters and can actually help people, and use my skills that I have to really give back is like, I'm so grateful for that.
People have trusted in us enough to take their donations and to take their money and to put it towards something good and to put it towards something that's going to last longer than hopefully our own lives. This research station is something that's going to have a long-lasting effect. It's not a one and done sort of thing. I want to see this grow past the physical infrastructure. I want to see researchers coming in here, discovering new medicines, discovering new plants, new species.
And so I feel like, you know, looking forward, a year from now, I believe that we'll have, you know, it'll be active. We'll have, you know, almost fully furnished and fully equipped. I mean, I think that process is probably ongoing, but we'll have quite a bit of equipment in there. And we'll have researchers actively, you know, doing their independent research, and we'll be here supporting them.
We hope that the Bolivian government will kind of recognize this as a really important reserve and really important for Bolivia and for the planet.
Esa ayuda es un granito de arena que va a contribuir a proteger la Amazonía, pero también va a contribuir a generar beneficios para los habitantes de la Amazonía, para las comunidades campesinas, para las comunidades indígenas. Muchas gracias por ese apoyo que nos dan, pero es un apoyo que nos va a beneficiar a todos. Proteger la Amazonía está en la conciencia de todos los que habitamos este planeta. Y lo que ustedes están haciendo con su contribución es precisamente ayudar.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. We're super grateful of the work you do, because with that help that you give us, we're really protecting something that is getting destroyed every day. There is also a way to work with the jungle, for the jungle, and it's very necessary to start doing it now.
No hay que darse por vencido, hay que seguir intentando una y otra vez. Si uno no puede, pero tal vez habrán otras oportunidades mejor donde hay posibilidades de tener las cosas si uno trabaja, ¿no? Porque primeramente hay que trabajar para lograr las cosas, porque nada le va a llegar a uno a la casa así de la nada.
Man, I'm so excited and hopeful for the future of Pacha. You know, the way I look at it with the way everything's going, like the possibilities are endless. I truly see Pacha having multiple projects in multiple continents, doing real work, and really helping people. But really being able to be open to helping and giving back in that way, any way that we can, I think is the most important part. Having the heart of service, having the heart of giving back is our wheelhouse, and it's a really beautiful thing to have.